This is the GARVEE 3-ton air jack. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the instruction manual. Here is the air jack itself, valve manifold, air output stone, I'll explain in a moment, and some screws and nuts. The idea is this over here has a fitting on it right there that will attach to the hose. There's holes, and there are holes right here. You put the screws in through the bottom and put the nuts on top and tighten them down. You're also going to need some Teflon tape for the air fitting right over here. Let me tell you a little bit more about the jack itself, and then I'll put it together and we'll test it out. This will raise from 5.5 to 17.7 inches. So it's 5.5 inches right now. Check first, make sure it'll fit under your vehicle, and it'll raise up to 17.7. It inflates in mere seconds. You can turn the air on and it'll just, go as fast as possible, but you might not want to do that right away until you feel a lot more comfortable with it. You can adjust the airflow because it has a full port ball valve on it, so you can adjust for however much air you want at a time. Same for letting it down. This can lift 3 tons, actually a total of 6,600 pounds, so it's great for cars and even SUVs. First thing you might want to do is Teflon the air fitting over here. It just unscrews. And you get some Teflon tape, wrap that around it, and then reinstall it and tighten it down with a wrench. You can use an adjustable like I have over here, and that'll be just fine. For the outlet, like I said, this is an air stone, if you will. It's kind of like the material they have for fish tanks to make the bubbles and stuff like that. There's going to be no bubbles this time because there's no water, but it just diffuses the air coming out so you don't just have a jet. There's really is no need to Teflon this, so I'm not going to, but you can if you'd like. It doesn't matter either way. So let me get this Tefloned and installed on the valve manifold, and then we'll put it on the jack. Something else you may wish to do before attaching the manifold to the jack is to do up the air fitting. The way that works is this piece over here unscrews, and there's a nipple there. So you take this piece you just unscrewed, exactly in the same orientation, slide it up over the hose, and then stick that on the nipple that's there. And once you do that, you get that piece which is fallen behind here, which I'll get. There it is. And then run that up and tighten that down. You don't want that coming undone, because otherwise the jack is going to deflate. So make sure you do a good job with that. And this is what it looks like once assembled. Hose on the air fitting, screws and nuts on there tightened down. The manifold goes on top of the jack, because otherwise it's going to create a lip on the bottom and it'll never jack up straight. To operate the jack is very easy. Shop air supply goes here. This is your air inlet. This is your air outlet. So in other words, jack it up, take it back down. This is a full port ball valve, like I said. When it's this way, in parallel with your air line, it's on. So this way is off, or inside there is off. Whatever you want instead is just fine. The farther you turn this, the faster it's going to jack up, and then you shut it once you're done, because if you don't and your airline here fails, the vehicle goes down. by shutting this and making sure everything else here is shut. The only thing that could fail is the air line going to the jack itself, or of course the airbag in the jack, but that's very unlikely because it is quite reinforced. Over here is a safety valve. You don't need to worry about that. Don't pull it, don't do anything. In the event there's too much pressure, it'll pop automatically and reseal when it's done. When you're done, you want to let the vehicle down. Same story with this valve. Open it up. That way is full on and the vehicle will come down fast, or you can slow it down any which way you want. Let's go put it onto the car. So I have the jack under the car. On a lot of Toyotas, they have a center jack point in the front and the back of the car. Makes it really, really easy to jack up the front end. So I have that in there. Everything is all set. Let me get the camera moved out. Of course, safety in mind is very important. Set your parking brake. Block off your wheels. Same thing you do with any jack. Let's go. Okay, we're all set. I'm going slow because it's my first time using it. I have used these before, but here we go. Like I said, I'm doing this slowly. Everything looks fine. You can stop at any time. If that's all the lift you needed, you can do that, or you can keep going. Okay, that's all the lift I get with my particular air compressor, but that certainly is enough. The wheels are off the ground, just enough to get the tires on and off. Again, this is going to depend on the maximum pressure that your air compressor can produce. And as you can see, it lifted it quite a bit. Now, I'm actually limiting myself in this particular case because I'm jacking it up from the front of the car. What I could do is put the jack behind the front wheel where you normally jack up a car, and you'll get that side up real nice and easy. So let's let it down. As it turns out, the output, especially with that air stone, is regulated. So it can't go too fast. You just open that right up. And down it goes. So we'll wait for that to come back down. And there we go. Just like that. We're back on four wheels. We'll hit this one more time for good measure. We'll come in here. I'm just going to turn it on a little until I get it seated on where it needs to be. There we go. Right up. That's pretty quick. Definitely pretty quick. Always shut the inlet air, just in case, and now we'll let it back down. So once again, this was the GARVEE 3-ton air jack. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description to the manufacturer's website where you can find it available for sale. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.